Namaste viewers, welcome to udānajayāj channel. In today's episode, we'll go through the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the Vibhuti Pada, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Then the sutra is udānajayāj, jalapaṅkakaṇṭakādiṣu, ādiṣu, asaṅgaḥ, utkṛāntiḥ, utkrāntiḥ. udānajayāj, jalapaṅkakaṇṭakādiṣu, asaṅgaḥ, utkrāntiḥ. This is a very beautiful sutra. Again, Patanjali, he is saying all these things can be there. Many things, many miracles can, particularly many miracles can be achieved. You can do many miracles, but they won't help you in your sayuja, your mukti, your salvation. They are not going to help. That is what he is reiterating in every sutra. So many sutras are there reiterating this point that those things will never give you sayuja. It is only just to to show to the world that you have achieved certain things. Like that's all. Now, let us go word by word the meaning of this. Udāna means, this is the technique he is telling. The upward moving vayu, upward moving vital air, udāna vayu, udāna, prana. This is one of the 5 vayus, panchavayus, udāna, samana, like this it goes on. Apana. This, one of these 5 airs, this is one of them, udāna vayu, which moves upwards. This is located between the throat and the head. Here, somewhere here it is located. This is responsible for speech. This is responsible for memory. And this udāna vayu is responsible for upward movement of the consciousness. Udāna. Udānajayāj. If you have mastery, if you have control, if you conquer this aspect, jayāt, udānajayāj, jalapaṅkakaṇṭaka. He is speaking of 3 things. One is jala, water. Paṅka, paṅka means mud or marsh or mire or whatever you call it. That is muddy thing. And then kaṇṭaka is all sharp objects, or kaṇṭaka is what we call as thorns, mullu, we call it in Kannada. So, jalapaṅkakaṇṭaka ādiṣu and etc. and other similar obstacles you have. Asaṅgaḥ. You will not get any harm from them. Asaṅgaḥ means, asanga means the real meaning is non-contact, without its contact, being not contactless. So, all these things, non-attachment, asaṅgaḥ, freedom from touch or influence, they will not be able to do anything. That is what it means. Utkṛāntiḥ, raising above, that is ascension. Even living the body, out of the body movement, all these things. Utkṛāntiḥ means just rising above, all those things. And. So, and it's a Sanskrit phrase, Sanskrit sutra. These are all the things that are necessary. These words are necessary. And. Now, how do we understand this? The simplest meaning is the mastery over this udāna vayu, that is the upward moving prana. A yogi, a sadhaka, or a practitioner, he becomes unaffected. He will not be, even if you put him in water, he will float. Unaffected by water. He will be unaffected by mud. If you dip him in mud also, nothing will happen to him. And thorns, if you throw him on thorns, all very sharp objects, he cannot, he will not feel that. Or similar obstructions, whatever it is. He can even rise above the body. That means utkṛāntiḥ. He can rise. This body he can rise. Performing extraordinary feats. Extraordinary feats like floating on air, walking over water, or leviating. Leviating is rising your body above. So now, what is the commentary? How we will have to look at it is udāna vayu in yogic philosophy. In normal beings, this udāna vayu, it carries speech. It carries burping and small minor upward functions. Udāna vayu in normal beings. But in yogis, when they master through pranayama and samyama, as described in our previous episodes, it becomes a very powerful force that can elevate consciousness, that can raise your consciousness, making the body light and free. Anima, garima, lagima, all those siddhis, Anima adi siddhi, becoming small. Garima, becoming heavy. Laghu, it becomes very light. Your body becomes light and then you can float. That is the effect of this udāna vayu. Now, there are a lot of examples from tradition. Sri Lord Krishna, Jesus, Lord Jesus, they are described as having walked on water. They were able to walk on water. A display of udāna control. Ramanujacharya has had the power to become very small and then enter small places, very small places. Shankaracharya is supposed to have done this parakaya pravesha. Very ancient yogis, even very recently also, Trilinga Swami, one Swami by name Trilinga, he was seen floating in the Ganges water for days. He used to udāna, like this, he used to sleep. Even now, people, they float on water. They just, they don't swim, they just simply be there and then float on water. There are so many practitioners who walk on fire. Even to this day, even this day also, certain practitioners, tantric practitioners, not only tantric practitioners, some practitioners, they can cross over thorny forest, they can walk over fire pits without being burnt or without harming their legs. It's a technique, it is some kind of a technique. Now, Patanjali, he is warning such practices. He is warning these kinds of things that are being used. These are not the goal, these are not the aim, these are not the end results of yoga. They are only byproducts which are useless. Upasargaḥ, he calls them upasarga, means byproducts in the process of this yoga. Exhibiting them, it leads to some kind of a pride. Because I am doing something extraordinary, something ordinary people can't do it. That is what I am doing. Therefore, it leads to pride, it leads to ego, it leads to distraction. So these things will trap the seeker. They fall into this ego traps. This is what Patanjali is warning them. So true yoga is aiming at kaivalya, he is aiming at moksha, he is aiming at liberation. He is not showing miracles. These are all small miracles, which anybody can do over a period of time. If you concentrate and then try to do it, samyama, you can get it. But this is not the goal. That is what this is the warning by Patanjali. There are other siddhis also, similar category, but they are all distractions. They are only temporary things. They are only for some small things only. Anima, becoming as small as an atom. Mahima, expanding to immense size. Garima, becoming heavy at will. Laghima, becoming light and alleviating. Praptihi, reaching anything, anywhere. You can go anywhere, anytime, in any fashion. Prakamya, fulfilling any desire. Whatever desire you want to do, whatever desire the other person has, immediately he will give. You want some sweets, just like that, give him sweets like that. That is fulfilling any desire. Ishatva, lordship over nature. Nature, lordship, control over nature. Vashitva, control over living beings. Control over living beings. So these powers are mentioned in yoga and tantra. But Patanjali stresses that they must not be sought for ego satisfaction. It is not to satisfy yourself. It is not for selfish thing. So, this sutra can, some Sanskrit sentences to capture the essence would be Siddhayaha sadhakasya moksha marga avarodhaha. Avarodha. That means siddhis are obstacles. Siddhis are not pathway. They obstruct your path for the seeker, paths to liberation. Udānajayāj yogihi jalapaṅkādiṣu na bādhyate. By mastery over udāna, the yogi is unaffected by water, the yogi is unaffected by mud and other such obstacles. We can see even at recent, so many people we see dipping in sub-zero water in the northern hemisphere, northern part of the earth, where it is very cold, water is very, very cold, below 15, minus 15, 20 degrees, people dip there and then come up. So they are all siddhis. Siddhayaha na prayojanaya. So siddhis are not for, they have no purpose. They are only just some gimmicks. Kevalam kautuha alaya. Only for curiosity. For some, oh, he is able to do this, oh, he is able to. So this is kautukam, that's all. This is what the Patanjali says. To summarize, viewers, it's a very beautiful sutra. The sutra shows that mind-body mastery brings extraordinary abilities. But Patanjali warns us not to get trapped by them for modern seekers. It teaches discipline of breath and energy, health, balance, mental clarity. It warns against the ego's temptation to show off achievements. Now see, to bring an example, just as social media today, tempts us to display every success. Whatever you do, you will put it on your status, you will put it in your social media, you will put it as a small video, this thing, clip and all those things. It is tempting us to display even small success also, small things also. We will try, oh, I just did that, oh, I just. But Patanjali reminds true yogis, persons who have got true concern, to remain humble, to use powers only when absolutely it is necessary, not for any other things. That is what the Patanjali Yoga Sutra says. The real goal is inner liberation. It is not for outer exhibition. Viewers, with this explanation on the sutra, we conclude this episode. Please like, share and then subscribe to our channel. Please post your comments in the comment box. Thank you, viewers, for your valuable, giving your valuable time and listening to this video. Please view and watch this video completely and then post your comments. Thank you.